How's it going, man?
Oh my god! No, I'm good. I'm good, thank you.
That's nice.
I just need to get that out of my system. You know why?
Yeah, something cathartic we're getting into.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What is it, Peter?
Fucking Australia Post. All right,
Oh fuck!
Australia
I should have
Post.
told you that.
We're talking to
Yeah.
you. We're fucking talking to you because I'm sick of your shit, Australia Post. I bought something. I bought something. Bought a few things actually on eBay. You know, off this buyer. And he sent it a day late, which was fair enough. I bought it on the Friday, the 31st of July. I bought it on the Friday. Okay.
Okay. 31st of July. Yeah.
And I go, oh, he's not going to post on the Friday. He might post on the weekends. I don't know. It's from New South Wales.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give him to Monday, Tuesday. He posted on the Tuesday morning. I'm like, could have done it on the Monday, dude. But whatever. I think it's an independent store that I bought it from. It's parts
Okay.
for a car. It's nothing crazy. I'm not
Nothing
buying
special.
dildos. I'm not
Yeah.
buying.
Not buying dildos in bulk. Yeah.
No.
There's something small.
And
Yeah.
you can fit it. You can fit it in this. It's like
Okay.
envelope size. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the fucking date today? Aha! Thursday, the 13th of August, and it hasn't even fucking left the city.
Jesus.
Like Melbourne City. So it's gone to Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live
Straight
that
into
far
Melbourne.
from the fucking city, mate. You know.
And what day did it say that it ended up there?
It said it would come here on the 7th.
That's when it was expected, the 7th of August. Yeah. Fuck, man.
Well,
that was the day before Sharon Tate was murdered, man.
That's right. Well, it was the 5th or the 7th, and I was like, oh, fair enough. Yeah. You know, Corona times. And then, I
give
get
him a week.
Email.
But yeah.
I get this email going, oh, yeah, big shipment of stuff might be a bit slow. Like, that was just what they send out to everyone. And I go, if you know it's going to be slow, wouldn't you work double time? I know it's Corona times, dude. But if you've got an essential job.
Well, see, the other thing is, I think Australia Post in particular, they've been working even weekends as well. So it's surprising that they didn't even ship it even the day after you ordered it. Or let alone the day you purchased it.
I don't expect it to come on weekends. I don't even expect it to come the week that it said it would. I just
and at this point, do I expect it to come at all? At this point, a week late.
It's not like $20 worth of things. It's about $70 worth of things.
Yeah.
That will end up in an envelope. So that's what's gotten me tiffed. But other than that, I'm fucking fantastic. What about yourself?
Fantastic. It's good. Yeah, well, I got something to fucking rant on a little bit. So about midday, so my mum is still on crutches. She broke her knee probably 3 months ago now. And so she's gone to the physio. So Dad's taken her there. And he's left the dogs outside. Now, if you know my dog, she is an escape artiste, of the sorts.
Yeah.
No matter what, she'll find a way to escape. Even if we, think we know where she's getting out in the backyard over the fence, we lock it in a place, make sure she can't get it. She must fucking leap or something, because I had no idea they were outside. Dad just said, take your mum to the physio. We'll see you soon. All right, no worries. See you, bye. And my sister's in this room here doing her home learning. And she looks out the window and she goes, hey, Brown, I just saw Ruby run up the stairs. I was like, what do you mean? Like, Dad hasn't been walking her. What do you mean? So I get outside. Yeah. So I go out the front door and I see my neighbor behind her. And I go, oh, g'day, Earl. You found my dog. I was thinking, fuck, family only left like 2 minutes ago. I'm surprised, this is a record. She's never escaped this quickly before. And then so I had a chat to him for a little bit from a safe distance, of course.
Yeah.
And
get your mask on.
That's right. So just a quick little chat, and I was just saying, I'll make sure I go upstairs now and let her in the house. He goes, yep, no dramas. See you later. Thanks again. I go upstairs and I open the back door. I call out to the dogs. Only one comes. I think, fuck, where's she gone? She's fucking escaped already in the time it took me. Yeah, in the time it took me from, because he brought the dog up and put her back through the gate and came back down the stairs, and when he chatted to me, then he's gone. I've gone up the stairs myself, and she's already fucking gone again. So I do a lap of the house trying to fucking find her, and she's gone over into the other neighbour's backyard.
What?
And then he comes out and goes, "Oh, yeah, just found your dog." I thought, "Fuck, man, that's the second time in less than less than a minute." You know, it's just what she's like, man. And I mean, even when we've had, friends to house sit for us, it's the same thing. If they leave her outside for even a little bit, she'll want to escape. I thought, damn, man, that dog's sick of quarantine, it seems.
Fucking hell. Shit.
It's just unbelievable, man.
Yeah, see, I think about, quarantine, such a shit thing, and, it's like, I wish I was outside with my mates doing things. You think about yourself, you go, what about your pets? Like, this is like reverse quarantine for them. They're like, fucking people are home. Like,
Well, see, yeah, and particularly with my dog, because she has a lot of separation anxiety in that, because that's why she escapes. And that's why we think that now we've kind of calmed her down a lot because we're always around. Think she's going to, she's going to be terrified, when things finally go back to normal, and she'll find that she'll go 9 hours without anyone being home, because now she's getting used to this new lifestyle. That's why it was so foreign to her when she was put outside and saw mum and dad leave. She's thinking, oh, what the fuck? They've gone. They never do that,
Ah.
But aside from that, Billy, I've been fantastic.
Oh, that's fucking great. So we our issues of today, Australia Post, you cunts, and
fucking dogs escaping. Yeah.
Fucking dogs, man.
Unbelievable, man. Jeez.
Yep.
So what'd you get up to today?
I did a bit of food shopping.
Bit of food shopping, nice. The essentials.
The essentials. Came home, chilled out in here for a bit. Did my phone calls.
Yeah.
And then I cooked some dinner. I had some. I've been craving Nando's.
Yeah.
But
that peri chicken, man.
Yeah. Like going into a restaurant, sitting down. What are you having? Oh, you want chicken? It's all chicken.
Yeah. And then your peri sprinkled chips as well.
Yeah. So I thought I was doing my shopping today, and I walked past the sauces, of course.
Ooh.
And what do I see? Oh no! The peri sauce selection, I think it's from lemon pepper to medium, is $3. $3
And is this one by Nando's? Was like a Nando's brand or?
Yeah. I should have claimed that it's proper Nando's.
Proper Nando's, yeah.
So
nice.
I said, I'm fucking doing it. I'm buying the Nando's.
Not even a second
I never
thought.
finished it all though. Like the bottle was so big.
Okay.
I'd never finish it, so I've got some left. But bought some chicken, got some chips,
chippies,
and I made some Latin style rice the other day.
Ooh.
So I thought, I'll throw that in there too. So that was fucking delicious.
Did it taste like the real thing? I mean, like the real Nando's thing?
Yeah, mine was a little bit juicier.
Did it hit home? Juicier. Yeah. Okay. Did that make it better?
Yeah, I guess when you go to Nando's, they leave it under the lamp for a bit too long.
Sometimes it's a bit dry.
Chicken.
Yeah.
But you never complain because it's like, it's fucking Nando's.
You're like, hey man, it's Nando's, whatever. Yeah.
So mine was a bit more juicier, and I've been watching a lot of cooking shows over the past week.
Yep.
And it's become to a point where my YouTube recommendations are either really weird rock covers, like rock songs or heavy metal covers, or cooking shows.
Or just cooking shows.
And it's not like your basic, this is Martha and she's going to teach you how to fucking make a sauce. No. I watch
Dave-O's Kitchen?
Yeah, he's my
that
favorite
kind of stuff,
chef.
yeah.
His name is Matty Matheson.
Matty Matheson.
Big fella.
Okay. Don't think so.
Big fella.
Yeah.
And he screams. Like he'll be like, oh yeah. And you chuck the onions in the thing, onions! And you're like, yeah. Like, random shit. And I'll watch it at 9 a.m. in the morning because I'm like, this is gonna wake me up with my coffee. I've been
Good to get
I've
you
been watching
going.
him for a while, but I've been
Yeah.
religiously watching him.
Okay. Are you gonna have you made any of his dishes yet?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I made a green salsa,
Green
and
salsa. Okay.
it's practically like a red salsa,
Yeah.
just with a bunch more green shit in there,
Yeah. Right.
and
Does that
vinegar.
make it? Hang on. Are you making it hotter as well? Are you using green peppers in it
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Or yeah.
Like he uses like the special of the special peppers. I'll just use the basic ones and then dab a bit of hot sauce in there.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, not killing anyone.
Yeah.
He made. I
Yeah.
was watching this one today,
Maybe.
and it was lamb neck tacos.
Ooh.
Lamb. So the neck.
The
Was
neck
it
of a
lamb?
lamb.
Yeah, lamb. And 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 you'd think it's a lamb. It's not
Yeah.
going to be fucking massive, is it? Wow. Have you ever seen the lamb's neck, mate?
I'm just picturing it longer than the average humans.
Yeah,
It's like
but it's
a
fucking
nice
thick.
small to meat. Okay, like a medium kind of girth. A nice thick girth. Yeah.
And once you boil it and then you cook it and then when you want to take the meat off because you cook it with the
Yeah.
meat on the bone, it
Mm.
just drops off. Just drops off.
Oh, okay. So he's slow cooked it as well, is he? It's just a nice
Yeah,
little
all that
tender.
shit, mate. So
Damn.
I use
Okay.
one of his techniques tonight where
Yeah.
you fried in the pan the chicken with the peri peri and I've let it marinate for about 4 hours before I cook it. Or the sauce on chicken and then you chuck it in the pan, both sides equal amounts. Sorry about that.
Yep.
And
Right.
then because the issue is with chicken breast, it's quite curved. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
unless you cut it and then flop it, or if
Mm.
you just cut bits off,
Yeah.
that makes it flat. But if you want to be proper Nando's style, could keep that thing intact, baby.
Yeah.
So I just kept it like that. And the only issue with that is when you're frying it in the pan or cooking it in the pan, of course, the curved bits are going to be less cooked than the
Yeah.
friction.
Mm.
So you got to move that around. But the trick is
Yeah.
to that
Hold them in awkward.
you
Yeah.
cook it all the way through, make it fucking lovely,
Mm.
practically like just edible. Yeah,
Right.
and then you chuck it in the oven.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
And
then it
then
heats it
that
all
roast
evenly.
because
Yeah.
the charcoal bits are already cooked.
Mm.
They're going to
It
be
pays off.
less like dependable. So there's little
Yeah.
bits on the side which are a little bit undercooked,
Pink, a little.
as you could
Yeah.
say.
Mm.
That's where all the heat goes, and
Really
it's
targets them.
fucking lovely.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then you cut into it, and it's just smooth and juicy, and I fucking loved it. So I did that today.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well, old man cooked us up a nice kind of Asian style dish. It was this fantastic soup with noodles, and he put in a bit of duck in there we had duck the other night, so there's a bit of duck and a bit of chicken in there, and I don't know what the fuck he put in it, but like the noodles he got were already like spicy, and then he just chucked in whatever the hell he wanted to. It was fucking hot, but it was
Wow.
it was great though, I mean, perfect for a block nose. But yeah, I thought shit, man,
Oh
and
yeah,
because
yeah.
he only made it for for the two of us because my mum's having it. She's on her light and easy, and I don't know what my sister's doing, but she's dancing at the moment. So it was just for Dad and I. And we thought, fuck, there's heaps left over. Thought, it was like it was a solid batch that he made.
Boxed it up and put it in the freezer, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Thought, we'll just have that for dinner tomorrow night. But yeah, no, it was fucking good.
What I did, because I used some Mexican or Latin beans, you should say. Can't be saying
Yeah.
Mexican beans apparently anymore. That's another story. I fucking asked someone.
Yeah.
I said, like, they were like, someone was like at the shops and I overheard, these Mexican beans, and someone came up to them, it's actually Latin beans, and I was like, don't get me started there. Anyway, so I made like a little container about this big, and I put it in the fridge, and I might have it for dinner tomorrow. I don't have to fucking cook.
Fuck yeah, man.
Enough left over, and it's not overdoing it. So
That's
yeah,
good.
quite pleased with that. But no, that's really been me. we're nearly finished. Well, we finished week 1, we're on to week 2 of stage 4.
Was it the? Yeah, this is week 2. Yeah, because it
Mm,
started on a Sunday,
it was,
didn't it? So yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I thought it was fucking Monday or Tuesday today.
yeah,
Didn't realize it's nearly the weekend. I'm going insane.
yeah.
No.
You made me question it. I thought, hang on, is it Thursday or is it Tuesday?
I didn't realize. I was like, damn, fucking
Mm,
Thursday.
yeah.
Woohoo, weekend.
Ooh, exciting.
So yeah,
Mm,
like it's been interesting.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what the
yeah.
worst thing is?
What's that?
Is it's like, you know, are we in spring or
We're
edge
still
of
in
winter?
winter. Yeah, we're
Um,
right at the end. This is the last month of winter. Yeah.
yeah, well, it's fucking lovely outside some days.
Yeah, yeah. That you think shit. It's a beautiful spring day today. Yeah, so that's been nice. So I think it's good that I think it's hinting, definitely, certainly
Yeah.
hinting at spring.
Well,
It's coming.
because
Yeah.
I've got this lovely balcony. I'll sit out on the balcony for a couple of hours and just
Hmm.
fucking soak in the light.
Oh yeah, the sun you get through there. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but I kind of want to be going places. I want to be
Yeah.
like, oh, like let's go somewhere. Let's go on a road trip or
Hmm.
something. Can't be
Let's
doing
hang
that.
out somewhere. No, that's
Can't
right, man. Although there's
be-
certainly plenty that are doing it
Oh,
illegally,
the
you
fucking
know.
hell, dude. Yeah.
But yeah.
I was having a chat. There was this Uber driver that was at
Yeah.
Woolies today, and
Hmm.
I believe in if you say something and you want to talk about it, say it. Like as in
Mm.
like, don't be like, oh, I should have said hello to this person because you'll regret it.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was
Just do
obvious
it in
he
the
was an
moment.
Uber driver because it had the
Hmm.
fucking sticker, and he was just coming out. I said, um, I just said, oh, just notice you're an Uber driver, dude. Um, do you get many people after 8 p.m. who aren't um working
Oh,
um
okay. Yeah.
or like not finishing work, like
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
Uber to
Yeah.
their mates or to their lovers and shit? And he goes, yeah, I do, but now they want us to be like, can you show us your register thing because we don't want to get in trouble for what you've done. We're just
Yeah.
doing it
Right. So they've got to prove that they have a valid reason to be out after the 8 p.m.
unless
curfew.
it's like a what is it a partner
Yeah.
or it's shared care in a relationship with
Right.
either like children.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's no reason to be. And like apparently one of his Uber mates got caught because they were
Okay.
taking to it just a shag,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and was like, "Nah, mate." Yeah, so there
Shit.
goes the fine. He got fined.
Hmm. Geez, that's tricky. So, because Uber drivers are they? So they're still working for when they do get the valid
Mm.
reason to drive. Yeah, geez, because I mean, there have to be a lot of them that are kind of going. Because you think, like, oh yeah, even though it's after 8 p.m., I can still order an HSP. I can still, get an Uber delivery. But it's like, oh well,
Mm.
should I really be making them come out? And it's like, well,
Sometimes I give it.
yeah, that's
Oh,
interesting.
am I really that hungry, or I'm just bored? You know.
Yeah,
Which I don't get bored, but I'm just like, oh, HSP would be nice, right? But I go, nah, I
yeah,
don't need it. Yeah. So be careful. That's all I can say.
mm. Yeah, exactly, man. Shit. Yeah.
I wouldn't even risk it. Look, I love
Mm.
sex as much as the next guy, but fucking, I'm not going to jail for pussy, man.
For
You can
breaking
bleep that.
curfew.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing it. I'm not. No, not doing it. I like my place. I like this. This is
You
nice.
like you like being here? Yeah, yeah.
I don't like.
In
I
your
like
nice little
having
quarters.
windows. I love
Yeah.
having windows
I
that
don't want them barred.
I don't want them
Yeah.
bad. You know. I like waking up in a warm bed. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I know people who have gone uh, to prison
Yeah.
for sometimes. I know one person who's gone for someone else's case, and they just because they look similar.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like a hit and run, and they died, and this is back in the 80s, and it
Yeah.
was like, and then there was ties that there was some abuse there or previously, and just
Mm.
because this dude looked like the dude, he didn't have a proper alibi because he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, out with his mates or something, and that's not really an alibi.
Mm.
Like massively, like yeah, he did like a year in jail
Yeah.
or
Right.
something, in prison, I should say, and then they realize, hey, we got the wrong dude because the
The
guy who
wrong.
did that did it again.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus,
Um,
man, that's the problem. Being this, that just made me think of like the whole Luke Kitchell thing of how you're looking like every guy ever. Like
yeah,
his mum would say, oh, "I'm pretty sure I saw you on TV. You're wanted by the police." Because if you look like someone, oh, hey, let's grab him.
that's
You know.
why I look like this. I don't want to get in trouble.
Mm.
I fucking love the
They look
facial
like
hair,
someone
love
else.
the
Yeah.
whatever this is.
Yeah.
I'm just, no, I don't look like anyone.
Just to be
Yeah.
safe.
So,
Yeah.
and my reason being about that 1 year,
Mm.
even though it was a 1 year, if you think about
Mm.
it, you live in a house for 1 year, you eventually like that house, and you probably
Mm.
don't
You
massively
great.
want to move.
That's right. Yeah. If
So
great, you
this
start to like
dude,
it.
when he's like, "Hey, dude, we'll give you the money," like, sorry for having a year in prison. He's like, "But I
Yeah.
like it here. I got my friends here."
Well,
And
that's
he,
the
and,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you continue, but
Mm.
practically what he was gonna say was he was a mate of, he was like a family friend, and he was like, "I would have done a crime just to get back in there."
Just to get back in there.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's a problem I think for a lot of them. Like they've been in jail after a while. They become used to it, and a lot of time it's like the fact that they've got no responsibility, and you've got no contact with the outside world. You're kind of like, oh well, whatever. This is all right. It's kind of like what was his name? Was it Brooks from Shawshank Redemption? That little
Yeah.
old man who'd been there for so fucking long, but like at least 60 years in jail,
Oh
and he
yeah.
came out and he just had really nothing. There was nothing really there for him in the real world.
years is
It's-
a long time.
yeah, yeah, like that
No.
scene where he steps out into traffic and he's like, "Oh, the cars move a lot quicker than they did, before I went to jail." Like all these things, and just depress you.
Yeah.
So sometimes it makes it seem if you give someone a long enough sentence, they'll be like, "Oh well, I've managed to live this long. I mean, managed to live like this for so long. It's pretty
Like
much me. This
those
is my
those
lifestyle."
movies where you see those the people, the really um, rich or wealthy, I should say, people
Yeah.
who adopt a child who has probably been in a living where you have one meal a day. You have this social group, which is fantastic, but they're not the most wealthiest people in the world. And they get put straight into this fucking lovely. I don't know what you would deem it wealthy, but they're clearly
Lovely kind of
comfortable,
area. Yeah.
and they don't know how to react because it's not like you've merged the oils. You've just taken one thing,
You've just
bobbed it over
yeah.
here. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, you make a good point because then they're kind of like, well, I don't know how to live like this, so I've lived in a different way. And it was like like I think a lot of the problems we have with, particularly in Australia, with Indigenous communities, because some of those communities, like, oh, the government will say, oh, we're giving lots of money to them and they've got access to all these different things and, to Medicare and everything. And we've got roofs over their heads and everything. But a lot of the times is they've come from a tribe. They don't, and a lot of the times they don't really have the father figures there because they've kind of had the same thing thrown onto them. They don't know how to react. That's why you find, I remember hearing a story from a friend of ours. He said when he was out with this tribe who were living together in this house, they killed. They're out hunting, and I think they'd hunted a crocodile or something. And then, actually, no, I don't think it was a crocodile. It was a deer or something. I think they were also out hunting crocs. But there, they threw the deer into the oven and just closed it, like with the hooves just hanging out. Because they don't know how to use a fucking oven. They're like, oh, whatever, yeah, it fits in, it fits, because they've had no one there to teach them, and I think
Wait,
that's a lot of the.
who was who? Wait, I'm sorry, didn't lose his track, but who was the store? Like, who threw the thing in the oven?
Oh, that this indigenous group who are living in this house
Oh, I
together.
just thought you were
You
just
know,
a random white dude. I was like,
no,
the
no, no,
fuck?
no, 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 no. It was this
Oh, I would
indigenous
have done the
family.
same.
Yeah, because like, well, and a lot of the times that they'd start fires in the middle of the room because there's no one there to show them, because it's a completely different lifestyle that they've been brought up in. They haven't really. It's hard for them to move into to the the whiter kind of way of living. So then they struggle, and that's where you have that the crime rate being so high and being thrown to jail because of the fact that a lot of the times they don't really have much to look up to or a whole lot of
Yeah,
understanding
well,
of
to look
how to
forward to,
function this world.
Yeah, what is it? Some people don't look forward to Christmas because they don't have people to spend time
Yeah.
on that day. I especially because I used to, of course, work in hospitality. A lot of people would offer to work Christmas because a lot of people in hospitality either worked really long hours at night,
Yeah.
mainly because wherever they went home to, either it be a partner, that's it.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah. Mm.
because they don't have their own family. So like, yeah, I'll work Christmas, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
um,
No dramas.
and so they think Christmas is another day. But then you see people with these massive families, Christmas is fucking everything, because it's the different fucking levels.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're all living different lives.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was just like to point out real quick because
Yeah.
I'm playing with this. I don't know why, but
Is that a
it
comb?
says it's
Oh
flipped,
no, it's
but
a cutter. Yeah.
says vagina, and then on the other side it says penis.
Penis.
Just
Nice.
if you're wondering.
A penis vagina box cutter.
Yeah, it's an original by Billy Hamlet. You can buy it on my eBay store.
On sale. Yeah. It's
On
good.
sale. I think $100
Must go.
is fair.
$100. All right. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. Buy box cutter.
I've had this box cutter. I want to say for about, God, 8 years. No, maybe longer.
Wow. Yeah. And when did you write penis and vagina on it?
The other day.
Okay.
It's a Stanley box cutter. The proper shit. So it's
it's good. Good quality.
But yeah, so interesting. Actually,
Yeah,
you know what someone. So I was having a chat to someone. It's a family friend,
Yeah.
and did this Zoom thing with my family. Every once in a while, me, oh yeah, how you going? And one time, one of their family friends was there, in one of them, and I had a jumper on. And now, if you guys don't know me, I have some tattoos here and there, as you do. I have a jumper on. Anyway, talking, talks perfectly to my. Oh yeah, Billy, what are you doing with your life, mate? La la la.
Yes, you're going. What have you been up to in quarantine, Billy? Yeah.
Older woman, but not that old. I say older woman. Then you look at my grandma. She's the most progressive fucking 60-year-old I've ever met. She's like, oh yeah, love the gays. Anyway, so I take my jumper off. Instantly sees like a tattoo and goes,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And then she asked everyone a question except me. And I was like, oh. I was like, you didn't know that. And you know me. It was just like, what are we looking forward to once the quarantine's over? Like, are we all going back to work? And she must think I work in a prison or something now.
Yeah, right. Was this your auntie, did you say?
It's my auntie's mate. Like,
oh, okay.
So she's like a family friend, but like,
sorry. I'm just imagining someone like Shelley, like a friend of Auntie Shelley's or something from Friendly George.
Yeah,
like one of her mates. Yeah. Okay.
And she goes, And I played out said, oh, I was like, this is what I'm doing after quarantine. Because you know me, I don't take shit. But I like to make everything awkward for people because I don't believe in awkwardness. I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, oh, well, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And she kind of looked at me and she goes, that's great. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Bit of sass.
And then like Marnie, my grandma's like, that's a bit fucking weird.
Yeah.
So she fucks off into the other room. There's this chick. She's staying with my auntie or something.
Okay.
Comes back, and I go. So I just want to get everyone's opinion on tattoos, because apparently we're all not on the same page here.
Yeah.
And so goes around the room, and there's my sister, and there's my cousins, and tattoos.
Yeah. And so what the general consensus is, oh yeah, whatever. If you like it, you like it. It's permanent. It looks good. It looks good.
Oh, I got a tattoo. And
Yeah.
I got a tattoo. My fucking grandma's got a tattoo. All
Yeah.
right. It's not visible. It's on her ass. But like anyway. So
yeah.
So we get to this chick, and she goes, "Oh, I don't mind them if they're not on me." And I go, but they're not on you.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, but like they look good on some people. And I was like,
ooh, fuck.
Here we go.
Now Billy being Billy,
like,
the very next. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, go for it.
I said, I noticed when I took off my jumper, you thought the way you talked to me sounded like I just came out of prison. Everyone laughed because they love my jokes. And she goes, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" And I said, "Oh, no." Start scratching myself, start flicking her off, and then because the tats. And I was like, "Oh, do you think I'm like a criminal?"
Yeah.
She goes, "I wouldn't say that." And I was like, "You could have just said no, and we could have gone on to the next topic, bitch."
Mm.
So I'm like, wouldn't say it. What? She's like, "Oh, well, you do live alone, and I heard you're not working at the moment." And I was like,
"Jeez,
I was like, "What did I work as previously?" She goes, "Oh, weren't you working at KFC?" I said, "I haven't worked at KFC for like 5 to 7 years, dude."
Okay, so this is someone who you haven't really had any contact with in a long time.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, nah. Oh, okay. And I said, "You don't like the fact I have tattoos, do you?" She goes, "Oh no, they don't. You're not the boy I used to see when you were younger." And I was like, "I'm not a boy anymore.
I'm a man.
Kathleen or whatever the fuck, And then here's the kicker.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, so where you living now, Kathleen?" She goes, "Oh, Moe." And I was like, "Okay, there goes my question because you live around people who fuck each other." So
that says it all, yeah.
That says it all. So I won, but yeah. And then she goes, it was a thing of like, one of her questions was, "Well, if you have tattoos, why do you wear jumpers? Why do you wear jackets?" I said, "I get fucking cold." I said,
Man gets cold, bitch.
It's cold. It's fucking winter.
It's winter. That's right.
I was
like, hey,
I get a couple of needles in me. That means, fucking don't feel the cold anymore, mate.
Fucking, yeah, that's right. Oh, this is I need to jump when I got these on. Yeah.
Like my cousins are pissing themselves on the Zoom thing.
Yeah.
And they've like muted themselves because
they absolutely
like so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And like I'm looking at my auntie, I was like, "She's your mate." And I called her the other day. I was like, Kathleen, how's she going? And she goes, "Oh, sorry about her." I said, "She gone?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "What a bitch Kathleen turned out to be." And she goes, "Oh yeah, she just divorced from her husband." I said, "Oh, did he have tattoos?"
Oh fuck, he probably did.
It's like 2020, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
fucking
just,
weird.
well, see, that's the problem with it, like, because I mean, it's not like you're absolutely covered in them. It's not like you fucking got a tattoo sleeve, and even still, I mean, I guess I guess that's just one of the problems. There's just kind of that idea that, okay, yeah, if someone's wearing tattoos, they must be tough, really tough, man. They must be
Yeah.
fucking criminals, you know. She's probably looking at
Mate.
your tats and thinking, oh, you got those in fucking jail or fucking
Oh, of
juvie or some
course.
shit, you know.
Yeah,
After he
yeah.
was working at KFC, probably robbed the till or some
I
shit, did he?
can't believe she
Dog.
thought I was like working at KFC. I've had like 3 jobs since then.
Hey, let me guess, were you about
Um,
14 when you worked at KFC? About
yeah,
14, 9 months
like
or something? Yeah.
yeah, it was my first job.
I mean, what are we talking? 20,
Um,
20 fucking 14 or some shit?
yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was just like, really? Is this who you are? Go back to Moe, love.
Yeah, go back to your fucking land. Oh, man.
So
That's
yeah, so
funny.
that's my little spiel on tattoos. I at the end of the day, apparently people who are closed-minded about tattoos think because you have tattoos, you can't feel the cold.
Well, at least Kathleen believes so. Would you say Kathleen is like a Karen? Which it would be place her into that Karen kind of thing? She's a
Yeah,
high. She's one of those. Yeah.
Kathleen's not a real name. I'm just FBI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
But Kathleen,
yeah,
that does sound like yeah, she could be a Karen.
it's similar, but
It's
it's
close enough. Yeah.
fucking hell. It's like there's an obvious reason why your husband left you.
Yeah.
It's a bit rude, but it's true.
Case, why you got your jumper on, love? Don't your tattoos keep you warm?
Of course. Yeah, I've got
man.
heaters built into them. It's a skin fabric that
Yeah.
goes over the top, and that's how you get the nice there. Yeah. Fuck off, Cam.
Because, I mean, the majority of people family members you meet, they go, oh, tell us about your tattoos. What do you got? You go, oh, I got Freddie Mercury over here, got Medusa here. You
Yeah.
show them off.
Oh yeah, but like because when you get them, I don't notice that they're there. I
Yeah.
really don't. Put it because you see them all the time. It's like if you had green hair and you stayed in your house all the time,
Yeah.
and you had green hair for the whole year, and then you
Mm.
went to a family function or a mate's thing, and everyone's like, "Oh, green hair," and I'll go, "Oh, blue
Yeah.
hair," you know.
So we'd say it's kind of like the opposite of the phantom sensation. It's like something that isn't there, but it is there, but you just don't even notice it.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny. Like I would have had a sleeve by now if Corona wasn't around.
Okay, yeah. On which
I was
arm?
gonna get,
You got
yeah,
down there? Yeah.
gonna get the Evil Dead thing that ran into the Pulp Fiction thing.
Fuck yeah.
And then I had some things here, and then I was
Yeah.
gonna get it. Yes, I was probably about all up because if it would be like a 2-day sitting, it'd be like $1,000.
Okay.
Which people probably watching this like that's a lot for a tattoo.
That's a lot of money.
That's a good price because you see people go to these one-stop shop places and they'll get charged $3,000 for that.
Yeah.
And I like to tip my tattoo artists.
Okay. Yeah.
If I've got an extra 50,
Kind gesture.
yeah, because I'm only here for because with tattoos you got to. Well, now they do this thing where it's afterpay, but I don't believe in that. Why would you afterpay your tattoo?
Yeah.
Like afterpay clothes, I kind of understand, but after paying tattoos,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean, I'm hey, and unless you're a crook like Kathleen seems to think you are, then
yeah.
maybe you haven't
I
got the
don't,
money on you at the time.
I
I'll pay you
don't,
back soon.
I don't have anything against it. I'm like, that's just fucking stupid. You should never do that.
Yeah.
I see the demographic, but personally, if I've got $600 for a tattoo, like if you get a tattoo that's $600, you should probably have $600 in your bank account. You can't show up. Oh, do my fortnightly payments. Here's my first 100, and then I don't know. You go into debt the next week. Oh, what about my tattoo?
Yeah, fair enough.
Like especially if you either live with your parents or you live alone.
Mm.
Don't be after paying tattoos. You know,
Just pay up front.
or lay
Get it
by
over
it.
with.
You can do lay
Lay by.
by.
Yeah.
I love lay by because you don't get it until it's finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I love it because it's like you've worked for it, which you have,
Mm.
should have. But yeah, like, but the funny thing is, I saw those Afterpay. It's called Ink Pay.
Ink
Um,
pay.
I think it's called that.
Right.
And the person who was doing the advertising for it that came up, it was just suggested, was That's What I Reckon.
Oh, really?
And I was like,
Fuck.
that is the only reason I would do it is because he was on the
Because
ads.
yeah. Wow, man. Must be a sponsor of his. That's great.
But you can tell, and That's What I Reckon has never gone, oh, I better Afterpay it.
Yeah.
He's gone, it's
No,
either I get it or I don't.
he's a very efficient man. Yeah.
I mean, the only massive things I have to pay, I don't know about you, shoes, because they cost like $300 depending, or 200
Yeah.
bucks. You know, if you want a good pair of docks, and if you're working, you know, you're like, oh,
Mm.
yeah. What I do is I afterpay it. I do
Yep.
2 payments, and then I let the other ones do itself.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't just do the 1 payment, I do the 2. It's practically paying for half of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially if you need the shoes for work. Other than that, or like furniture,
Yeah.
like I afterpaid my washing machine because I
Mm-hmm.
needed the washing machine to wash my
Yep.
clothes.
You need it now. Yeah, that's fair enough.
And the washing machine was $500. And like
Okay. Yeah.
that's kind of a little bit of a big hole in your pocket when
Mm.
especially when I first moved into my place, you know. But yeah, what about you? What would you use Afterpay for?
Um. Yeah, probably things like that. I think like at the moment, I mean, it's not a big deal. I haven't got any money anyway, but yeah, I think when it comes to just anything that's a little not necessarily out of your price range, but yeah, kind of basic things that are a little pricing. Oh yeah, look, maybe I'll kind of slowly work on that, and as time goes on. But because of course you like you said, you needed a washing machine, or if you need to buy a bed frame and a mattress or something, okay, you needed that. You needed certain. I think when it comes to maybe necessities and certain things, and I guess clothing as well. But I mean, I don't. I mean, I haven't had to use Afterpay
No.
yet, but if I was, yeah, it'd be for things like that.
When it first came out in Australia,
Mm.
um, it was practically. I remember when it first came out because I was in high school, and it was practically like you can only afterpay after $100.
Okay.
So
What can you have to pay after now?
now it's fucking anything. It can be $2.
Anything. Jesus Christ.
eBay, you'll buy something on eBay, and it will be like $5 coming from China or whatever. Afterpay
Like that,
available.
it must be as humiliating as like when you buy something that costs like $1 using your debit card or something. In those situations, like, oh, you haven't got any change on me, but fuck it, all right, you have to do it on the card. It comes up, yeah, $1 fucking.
I mean, I do it just for fun. Like there was something that cost me $2 on
Yeah.
eBay, and Afterpay was available, and I only did
Okay.
it so I could like screenshot it and be like, "Look what I've done." You know, I then paid it out altogether because I felt like, oh, I'm a tough cunt.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so fucking stupid. It was
Yeah.
literally the size of this, and it cost $2.
What was it?
It was just a thing for they were like blockers for your like for your hangers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
So
like
a
things that
really
did an
tiny
elevation.
little thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Didn't even need it, dude. I was just like, oh,
Fuck it. Let's try Afterpay.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. So
Yeah.
$2, 50 cents.
Yeah. Fuck
Hippie
it.
girl,
Go
50
for it.
cents.
Hippie girl, 50 cents.
Yeah.
Passive cigarette. Yeah.
So yeah, back then
Well,
it was $100, and you could. It was $100,
yeah.
and then it went to. I think when they brought in that thing of touch pay or something, You
Okay.
put your thumbprint, and it was like, oh, a bit cheaper now because you can use your
Mm.
card at these Afterpay shops.
Yeah.
So it was 75. Now it's fucking anything. The only issue with that is, and I've seen it happen, not for me, for a peer, and oh yeah, $50 Afterpay it, $50 Afterpay, $75 Afterpay, and eventually it costs more to have all these Afterpays because they'll be set to your payday or something.
Yeah.
So you'll get paid, and then there goes half your pay for these things you've Afterpaid.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I
And then
wonder how many people though are doing like I can just imagine someone who's got a bunch of things on Afterpay at the same time. And there's bound to be, and people that have gone into debt because of stupid shit like that. But yeah,
I practically use Afterpay, and someone told me this is a myth, but I don't believe it, and I got some proof to back it up because my a family friend I have just went for a house before Corona.
Okay.
And of course, you need credit interest. And he didn't have a credit card. And they said, have you ever used Afterpay? And he was in a 2-year relationship and with this girlfriend, or 3 years, I think it was, at the time. They're still together. And she'd used Afterpay. And she goes, yeah, here's all my Afterpay history. And you can use that as credit history. Or if you've got a contract where you're weekly, fortnightly paying something off, that can be used.
Yeah, right.
It's just to show that you've got this history of having money.
Yeah, just to be able to prove that
regularly paid on a basis. It's like getting getting paid in reverse.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of mainly the only reason I have it. I don't massively buy big things. But when I do, it's convenient.
Yeah.
So
it's a handy little thing to have. Yeah. Yeah, it's it.
Like I needed this. I did because I didn't have a microphone.
It was essential. Yeah.
And my other microphone died, and I think it was about $130.
Yeah.
I was like, and that week I was like, it's a bit tight on the monies, dude. But that's when we went back into lockdown, and I was like, gotta be doing things. So I did Afterpay this, but then I paid it off like a couple days later.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, pretty quickly. Yeah. Well,
it's just because it said it was going to do express delivery.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Fair enough.
So,
and you had the money, thought, fuck it, why not?
Why not, man?
Yeah. Anyway, so Hippie Girl 50 Cents. Now, last week we watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Would you say that's about the 9th or 10th time you and I have watched it?
Yeah.
We've watched it about. Yeah, you and I've watched it about the same amount of times together. Now,
doesn't get old.
No, it does. Although I don't know, I feel like this time I think just because I was really tired, because of course we watched it pretty late.
The time.
Yeah, we were about an hour and a half in, and my dad had fallen asleep because he was trying to watch it with us, and I was like, oh, fuck this. So I just turned it all off, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, Brandon? I'm like, oh, I've had enough of this. I'll just listen to it through your, and then you just turn your laptop over to the screen. I thought, like, hey, it feels like I'm watching one of those Balinese films where they record it in the cinema with a camera. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'd see someone get up and leave to get a drink. It'd be Billy going to his fridge to get another bourbon.
Yeah. I think this time we didn't start watching it late. It was like 10 o'clock, or like close to 11.
Yeah, but then by the time we'd have to go back or whatever and try and sync up and that.
So it finished around 2.
Yeah.
I think this time I kind of was like, I wasn't watching it in the day. It's getting late, and I was like, yeah, it's 3.5 hour movie, so it's fucking long.
Oh, 2 hours 45, but yeah, it's a big, yeah, not quite 3.5. Are you thinking of The Irishman? That's 3.5. Yeah, crazy dude. But yeah, as I felt like with that film, it was a kind of movie I think I had to watch a few times to really appreciate. Like, I liked it. I really enjoyed the first time seeing it. So I was like watching it the first time, enjoying it. you know, and then second
Not knowing
time,
what's next.
yeah, and so then second time actually watching it and kind of focusing a little bit more on what's going on and what's been done, you know, and I still like it, you know, still a really good film. But so that's why now it's like, so Tarantino was going to do 10 films. That's what he wanted, 10 in his filmography. But now he's thinking that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood might be his last film, and now he might go into just a TV show writing or into theater or something. But either way, I think that film, it's a good one to end on, I think. But,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. He could hit us back with something again in future, which would be great. I'd love to see.
Well,
But
you think
but I don't know. What do you
you'd
think?
think because of fucking quarantine, like a lot of people because of quarantine and lockdown, they're doing what they do best. If they're an actor, it's a bit hard for actors because I've seen a lot of actors do these table reads on
Okay.
YouTube, and it's
Yeah.
practically just table reading a movie they did.
Yeah.
And then I've seen actors do promotional stuff, but like writers, they're writing books. Musicians, they're making fucking music, even if it's covers. Like the amount of covers that have come out of quarantine, I think they're great.
I think even just the amount of social media or people putting out a hobby or something like to do, putting out podcasts that people starting new things and kind of getting out there. Yeah, it's been a great opportunity thing to do that, particularly for the industry, being something that's not really considered an essential thing. There was that whole thing about how actors aren't essential and that stuff. It's like, oh, let's give them plenty of time to work on things behind the scenes and kind of in the meantime, particularly for writers as well, just a matter of getting that production, I guess, in future whenever things go back to normal.
I mean, a lot of writers, and musicians, they'll go to a place or go somewhere to really like fucking knuckle down, and they can't really do that anymore because they're in the house.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if you've got a family, it's a bit hard to write a book.
Yeah. Although I guess if your name's Stephen King, as long as you got some cocaine on you, you should be right to write out Cujo too.
Right. Have you read that?
Yeah. No, I haven't actually, but I hear it's like when I found out that just like a couple of weeks ago that he was coked out of his mind on a cocaine binge, writing that book out and doesn't remember any of it. It just blows my mind. I just think, wow, does that make it so much better than what it actually is? So you've read it?
No. I didn't even know there was one that Cujo 2 existed.
Oh no, sorry, no. I was just saying that now in quarantine he could write Cujo too.
Oh,
if he was on drugs and whatever, yeah. But I think but although there was something about that, I think a couple of years ago, I remember reading somewhere that there was potential for a Cujo 2 or something that he was going to write. But yeah, because I mean, he wrote a lot of his books fucking high.
Have you seen Cujo the movie?
No, I haven't. What's it like?
It doesn't get too bad a review. It gets a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb. It gets a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. It gets 57 on Metacritic.
Okay. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Weird. Well, see,
the book is weird. But this is
because I think in a way sometimes that's a problem when you're trying to communicate something on the screen. Like I didn't like Pet Sematary, the original film.
Did you watch the remake
that they made? Yeah, I did watch the remake. I don't know. I didn't mind the remake. I felt the remake was a little less, although they are wild kind of stories. But I think at the same time, though, I don't know. There's something about the original that was it wasn't convincing. It was a little too overly far-fetched, whereas this one was a little more, it was actually like genuinely scary and a little more believable. Because I think in the first one, the original, it was the young boy who died, and then he comes back and he's just like a creepy little kid. It just felt dumb. But this time it was the older daughter, and it was like, wow, okay, that's really throwing me off my rhythm. And now it's yeah, it's a little more terrifying as a young girl, is a little bit older than the toddler. That's scary.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
You saw the remake, yeah?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I silly enough, I saw the remake before the original,
Oh, okay.
but I
Yeah.
read the book
Yep.
before any of this, and then
Mm.
I watched the original. I think Pet Cemetery came out a couple years ago, so I watched the
Mm.
original probably like after that.
Yep.
And
I just like the Ramones song "Pet Cemetery."
yeah,
That made it
do you
good.
know why they remade Pet Cemetery? Do you know the reasoning behind it?
Stephen King wasn't happy.
No, so they own the rights to it. They own the rights. They bought the rights off Stephen King or something,
Okay.
and keep those rights going for I think it's another 20 years or
Right.
something, 30, 20 years. They've been doing with this.
Which company is this?
Um, who made
Is
it?
it?
Was it Warner Brothers?
Yeah, it might have been. So okay, so the studio that
Well,
did the
whoever it
original.
is, it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would remake it to
Yeah.
keep the licensing.
Okay.
And if they
Right.
didn't, then that's free range. That goes back to the estate if they're dead, or it
Yeah.
goes back to the author or whatever.
Oh,
So
right.
that's why they've done. They did that Friday the 13th.
Right. When they remade that.
Yeah, to keep
Okay.
it right.
So that's
So
okay. Yeah, wow. So I guess that explains a lot of the fucking shitty sequels and remakes we're getting nowadays, if it's just for the sake of maintaining rights, which I guess makes
yeah,
sense. But yeah.
and not all
Mm.
shitty remakes and sequels are like that, but that's one of the
Yeah.
main reasons. There's this
Yeah.
report that came out at the start of the year saying that they're going to do Nightmare at Elm Street again,
God. I guess that
and
was 10
they're
years
going to
ago.
do another Friday the 13th, and they're going to do. That's why they're doing 3 Halloweens.
Are they making another 2
Yeah,
sequels? Oh,
Halloween
for
Kills and
fuck's
Halloween
sake.
Ends. Yeah,
Oh, no. I fucking
yeah.
hated that Halloween
So
movie.
that's why they do it, is to keep the
Yeah.
licensing and to keep everything fresh.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. I think I didn't. I mean, it wasn't great, but I didn't mind the remake of Pet Sematary. Thing that terrified the fuck out of me the most. I think that I thought that was genuinely scary was that the which I don't think was in the original, but it was the. So you know how the wife has these memories of her daughter who was crippled and had some disease, and she'd always have to come up to her bedroom and feed her and that, and and then one day she died after she was too afraid to go up there and face her herself, so she just put it into the dumb the dumb waiter and pulls it up to her, and then when she
Yeah.
gets off the bed and drags herself to it and then fell down the fucking thing, and then she's forever haunted by it, and you just suddenly hear the the
Mm,
fucking dragging of the body. Oh,
fucked.
yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
don't be
but
surprised if
mm,
there's all these fucking shit remakes coming out.
yeah, Jesus, man. Oh well, hopefully they're fun. But anyway, tonight we're going to be watching not Friday, Freddy versus Jason, which we were meant to watch, I think, after we watched I'm Not There. So we'll be watching that tonight.
Yes, we
And
will.
fucking yeah, I don't know.
I,
So
I remember. I remember how that starts. It starts like
yeah,
really like it starts like Scream, like
okay,
or
yeah,
not like practically the first Scream, because it's
mm,
kind of like 90s or whatever, early 2000s, where it's kind of like,
yeah,
hey, Scream's cool now, and and
mm,
and and all these slashes, they're kind of,
yeah.
they're not good. Um, anyway, and it's like a bunch of friends, and then is that I think it's like
Because
they
that's
go
the
to
thing. I
camp.
guess it kind of starts. It's like it's an interesting film because you're throwing together two of them, some of the most famous, serial killers together, and
Mm,
like I think it doesn't start with. It starts with Jason committing a murder in the woods, classic at Crystal Lake, and then Krug comes in and goes, then he
Yeah.
hypnotizes him and gets him to work for him. And then in the meantime, yeah, Freddy's doing his shit, terrorizing the kids on Elm Street and that. But yeah, I thought, I mean, like I said last week, that film terrified the fuck out of me as a kid. I was about 9 because I mean that's the thing. Like for its time, it's state of the art type stuff. Like it's
I think
like
it's great. I love it.
it's the ultimate slasher. It's
It's who would win in a fight, a
yeah,
bear or a shark.
yeah, exactly, yeah. It's
And
I
it's
think
always
well, that's the
a
thing.
question of like, are they
Yeah.
on land or are they in the sea?
Well, it's like when you think of all those horrible fucking movies that came out. I think more or less after Freddy versus Jason, like Super Croc versus Octopus, Ghost Shark versus Sharktopus, and all, Super Croc and all that kind of shit came out. But I think this was one that was
Wasn't there a Rogue versus Anaconda?
yeah, something like that.
Because I
Yeah, that
liked
rings a
both
bell.
those movies separately,
Yeah.
and there was a crossover thing, and it
Yeah,
was
okay.
fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember. I reckon that was my first monster movie as a kid, like a proper was like Rogue, because
Yeah,
my
right.
mum had it on DVD. I've got it on DVD because
Yeah.
I've got all my mum's DVDs. So I've got it in this. The box isn't that big anymore because I got most of the DVDs in the lounge room, but it's just like random ones that, like, when you would put it in those little binders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's just that, and I know fucking Rogue or Anaconda's in there, and but yeah, like
Rogue. Yeah, I remember watching that a couple of years ago when I was at a mate's place, and I thought, "Fuck, this isn't bad. This was good."
yeah.
Was it Sam Worthington in it or something? And he's like taking those people out on that little on that picnic barge, and ride them around, and then they get stranded on the island. Was that the one where they get when they're going through?
Maybe 2007 it came out.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's go. Sam Worthington. Yep.
Yeah. That's because he was like the guide or whatever. Yeah.
And then there was Anaconda
with Ice Cube, and was it Owen Wilson as well?
Yeah. Anaconda. No, I don't want the fucking box set. Oh God. Okay, so there's many Anaconda movies. There's Anaconda, of course, classic. There's Anacondas. The Hunt of the Blood, something.
Oh, the Blood Orchid, I remember that one.
Anaconda 3, Offspring, and Anacondas, Trail of Blood.
Right.
So in the first one, it's got Owen Wilson. It has Jennifer Lopez.
Ooh.
That reminds me of every time I see Jennifer Lopez. I always say Jennifer because, like, hi, my name is Jennifer Lopez from South Park.
Classic.
Fucking love it.
Quality meme.
What is it? Jennifer Lopez. Anaconda got a 4.8 out of 10.
The first one?
Yeah, no one liked Anaconda.
Really? Oh, okay, I thought that one did well. Okay.
The third one got a 2.8 out of 10.
Shit. How about The Hunt for the Blood Orchid?
Let's have a look.
I think that's probably it was like a 4.6 or something.
4.7.
4.7. Yeah, okay. Sure.
So they all got like. That's awful. Poor thing.
Poor bastard.
And the recent one got a 3 out of 10.
Okay. When was the recent one made?
2009.
Okay, right.
One
Wasn't there another crocodile film that came out recently where there's like that girl and she's under a house or something after a flood? Do you remember that one? It was called.
I never fucking heard of that.
Let me see, crocodile. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a film that came out. I think it was last year. 29. Oh, Crawl.
No, I didn't see that.
You don't remember seeing this poster?
Oh, not that poster, but I remember the name.
Hmm.
Did you see it?
No, no. I mean, I think it was one of those films that I don't know that came out. And I just never got around to seeing it. I don't even know if it was out for that long, to be quite honest.
No.
Oh, maybe we'll have to hunt it down. Maybe watch it sometime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
What do you see
anyway,
they're
guys. Yeah.
Before we go,
Sorry.
you see they're making
Mm.
that fucking Godzilla versus King Kong movie?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I didn't see Godzilla, but I saw I think the first half an hour of Kong Skull Island. I thought this is the worst thing I've ever seen, and just turned it off.
I went to the movies and saw that.
Yeah,
It wasn't
wasn't
bad, but it wasn't
wasn't
good.
Danny McBride in that?
Was he in that one or was he in the original?
No, I think he was in that one. Skull
Because
Island.
in Kong
Just
Skull Island,
it's Vietnam. They're in the jungle. Yeah. I just remember that film feeling like a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds made it, man. It was like, oh, let's just make it. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're in Vietnam, and let's skip right to the action.
nah, Danny McBride's not in it. It's John C. Reilly.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he plays the old
Yeah,
guy.
I was trying to think of comic relief. Wasn't Danny Glover also in that? Like for a little bit or something?
No.
Or Samuel L. Jackson? Whoever it
Samuel
was
L.
a black guy.
Jackson.
That's that was it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I fucking
And
love
Brie
Samuel L.
Larson.
Jackson. I was just thinking that. Do you ever watch Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Well, that was a great fucking shark movie. So fucking
They
Jaws
made
on
a
steroids.
sequel, didn't they?
I think so. I only saw the first one.
Yeah, I didn't watch the sequel.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think the first one was enough. But wasn't that fucking insane? And Samuel L. Jackson's given that really empowering speech. And we're gonna get there. We're gonna kill this fucking shark. I think it's fucking swallowed up. Oh man, it's good.
Fuck.
Damn man, I guess we're gonna have to start watching some creature films after this, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be watching Freddy vs. Jason tonight, dude.
I'm gonna get you, cat.